Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 17th episode of the Mystical Hot Chocolate Talks. We are 3/4 of the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors, and this is our podcast. No William this week. It's all good. It's all good. The homie had a last-minute thing he had to take care of, but in the meantime, we still got Trevor, which means we still have 90% of the conversation covered, so we're good to go.
That's right.
None of us exist.
Yeah, none of us. This is the Trevor show, and then the other three of us just kind of like nodding our heads and like, okay, you know.
I am content.
What have you guys been up to? How's your week been like?
Work,
yeah.
Mr. Content, you got to bring us more than just work.
that's it.
How you doing?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hold on.
Allie was sick, but now she's better.
Hell yeah.
But I think Lexi's sick now.
Oh god damn it.
Because,
why? What's up?
I don't know, but I felt her. She's been not herself today, and I felt her nose, and her nose was warm. And apparently, if their nose is warm, that's like them having a fever.
Oh
jeez.
no.
Yeah. So.
How do you get rid of a doggy fever?
I can beat it out of her.
No, let's not do that.
There's other ways. There's medicinal ways to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
You gotta beat it out of them. How about puppy noodle soup or something? You know, something comforting and less
Made
violent.
out of the puppy? That's horrible.
Ooh. Oh god.
Don't make a soup out of your puppy.
Oh god.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say, Craig. Wow, that's even a lot for you.
Sorry. Yeah. It's been a week.
Well, Trevor, I'm sorry, Craig.
Yes.
If it's been a week, what's up with you, man? How was your week?
Things I can't talk about yet, but
No
it's
stress.
Rocking and rolling and having ourselves a good week of notes, which has been really fun. So
Notes.
Yep, notes. Real notes. A lot of them.
Well, in the words of the late and great Sammy Hagar,
Yeah.
I can't drive 55.
No, same.
And I respect that.
It's
Late
best,
and great. Did
It's
Hagar
best
die?
to not. No. But
Wait, does late great in that kind of does mean someone died, doesn't it?
I think it kind of does.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah, because the great Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, there
said.
you go. There you go. Oh my god. Have you guys ever seen Sammy Hagar?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
saw Chickenfoot after
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
After a Washington Nationals game at the freaking ballpark. They played a 1 or 2 hour concert after the game.
That's so rad.
Yeah, and
That
I was
is-
there to see that freaking whatever the heck that was.
I would have loved, like, I own the 3 Chickenfoot albums. I think there's 3, maybe 4, but I definitely own at least 3 of them, and I really like it. It's fun music. It's nice to hear, like, Satriani just kind of laying back and occasionally stepping up to, like, do his thing, but, like, mostly just kind of be, like, a rock guitar player, rhythm guy, you know, which is fun. So it's him, it's Satch, it's
Michael Anthony, bass player from
bass
Van
player.
Halen.
Yep. And then who's
Who-
on drums?
Is that Bonham's son?
No, Bonham's son plays in the Circle with
Jason.
Is it Jason?
Jason Bonham.
Yeah, so Jason
No.
Bonham also play. I think it is. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know if he
also
plays in it, but I know it's
in-
his name.
Yeah. He also plays in Black Country Communion though. Because like I guess at least when Chickenfoot came out, I
Yeah.
sort of categorized Chickenfoot and Black Country Communion in the same group of like really friendly dad rock.
Okay.
You know, like, and I don't mean like the music's friendly. I just mean
Yeah.
only the friendly dads
Yeah.
listen to Black Country Communion and Chickenfoot.
Makes sense.
Is
I don't know.
Chickenfoot supposed to be like? Were they supposed to be like a Christian rock band?
No.
Nah, I really don't think so. No.
Who am I
I
thinking
mean,
of?
they're not like that offensive.
Yeah.
They're all just
Yeah.
guys.
What about?
Yeah.
Is it 1,000-Foot Crutch maybe? Their symbol-
1,000-Foot Crutch?
Isn't that
I
what
know
they-
them, but are you saying that they're a Christian rock band?
I'm saying somebody who has either a 3 or something as
Uh-huh.
a symbol with 3 in the name is a Christian band.
Oh, okay.
Are you thinking about Skillet? I think their logo
Absolutely
sort of
not.
has one of those.
It's
Okay.
true because I get the Skillet and Skrillex logos confused. two very different bands, but like every now and then I'll see like the new Skrillex album, and I'm like, Skillet really still playing? And then I'll see a new Skillet album, and I'm like, Skillet's really still playing?
I mean, I'd say the same thing about Skrillex. Like, we were all into... I mean, I don't know if we were into it, but, like, when we were in high school, that was really hip. I don't know. That's been a minute.
What is... Okay, forgive my ignorance. I know of Skillet. What kind of music do they play?
Christian rock.
Okay. Like very stereotypical sounding?
I
Christian?
need a hero to save me now. And then his wife on the drums, he's like, I need a hero to save me now.
Oh, God.
I mean, I will say, though...
She has such a cracky voice, too. She's like... She, like, cracks her voice to sing notes.
That's a hard pass.
If there was ever a soundtrack to a pastor drinking Bud Light...
Yeah,
it's Skillet.
absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
If there was ever a reason to start worshiping the devil, that would be it. 10 out of 10.
That's kind of why I started worshiping the devil, bro. It's like that South Park where those guys that come to tell you not to smoke cause them to all start smoking. It's the exact thing that happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay, so I actually have a coworker who's a professional actor, and
Okay.
he got an offer, which, of course, this is on the Canadian side of things, but he got an offer to basically act in a, like, Dare commercial, Dare not to do drugs.
Where it says not paid actor.
Well, yeah, but this guy's not
I was
just
a heroin
getting
addict
paid.
for 50 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
But my guy there might be on that, which is freaking hilarious.
Well, that's cool.
This is not the kind of guy who should be on the, hey guys, don't smoke weed.
Yeah, no. That's, well, you gotta lie to the kids early. Make sure, it's
Make sure they're desensitized to the world's bullshit. Nice and early.
Exactly.
I
Don't
feel
try
like
to,
those Dare programs are just for the kids to have a good laugh.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're like, what kind of nonsense did they just tell me? Like, if you smoke cigarettes, you'll join the Taliban. You'll... like.
Well, I mean, yeah, but,
Well, do you guys know what the Dare program did outside of my high school when I was there?
I mean,
obviously you don't.
know.
I definitely know.
Oh, bud, here's the thing. These folks took a crashed car, like a fucking just destroyed automobile, just
Okay.
mangled with airbags hanging out the window and just this sight. And it had a red ribbon week on the front bumper. It was just
Okay.
like, oh, so I'm supposed to look at this horrible thing that someone died in and go, you know what? I'm not listening to the Grateful Dead this weekend.
Oh.
It was a
Okay.
little tough. I mean, a little bit of an understatement there, but like, good
Yeah.
grief, that's a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I had to park right in front of that.
Yeah. They do something. I don't know that it was at my high school per se, but I know there was some high school here that they did like a similar thing around like the what's the big dance called at in high school?
The
Prom.
summer solstice.
Prom. The summer solstice. Yes. But I
Get
remember
your
they did this
crystals. Bring out the
get
crystals.
Get your crystals.
Guys, we haven't been in high school in a while. It might be the summer solstice now.
Yeah, okay. Good
I don't
point,
know,
good
man,
point.
because crystals were definitely a big thing at the B word, and if anything's a big thing at the B word, it's not a big thing anywhere else.
That's kind of true.
Except for Snarky Puppy.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
who knows chords knows Snarky Puppy.
Uh,
You learn a 7th chord, you pick up a Snarky Puppy album.
I'm so glad I never put a single
You know
dollar
what?
into Snarky
That
Puppy.
statement is the Latin phrase written on the Berkeley sign.
I'll be honest though, Snarky Puppy in Athens, Georgia, the year after I left the B word, before I returned to the B word, they executed what is, and dare I say, the tightest groove I have ever experienced. I just remember a whole room of people, when they dropped that downbeat, just going, oh! It was really good. It was a good downbeat, and I will always remember them for that moment.
I've heard good downbeats before. Because I've listened to good music.
I haven't. That's why I need Snarky Puppy. And seventh chords. No, seventh chords are lovely.
Dude, fuck seventh chords. That shit's stupid.
Well, so I watched because again, I'm a fucking nerd. I watched the what's his name? The rhythm guitarist from the Grateful Dead, like one of the few guys who's still alive. So I watched that thing.
John Mayer?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He's Jerry. Forgive me.
Oh, is he the fill-in for Jerry?
No, well, yeah.
No,
John is the fill-in for Jerry.
Did Jerry sing?
Oh.
Yeah, man. Most of those old Dead songs are. I think I'm the only one who knows anything.
You are
about the Grateful
absolutely
Dead here.
the only one here.
I know.
I'm not an honest
there's a song
Deadhead, and
that
I'm not a
goes-
good representative.
I know there's a song that goes like do 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 do.
Yeah, Shakedown Street.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And
I
we
promise
have
I'm not
reached
one of
the
those.
end of my dead knowledge. Thank you all. It's been a great podcast. I'll see. This is why Will couldn't join, because Will doesn't know anything at all about it.
Yeah.
And now that I've hit my extent, I gotta go.
See ya, buddy.
See ya. Bye.
That's why he wouldn't even come on. He's like, Tyler's talking about what today? Like, okay,
He
bye.
listened to Bruce Springsteen in the
Yeah,
shower.
in the
I'm
shower?
not showing up.
That's kind of a weird one. If you're
Okay.
like, yo, I listened to Springsteen today. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, in the shower.
Hey guys,
I don't know if I want
there's
to clean
nothing-
myself to like. Born
And then
in
followed
the
it up
US.
with, there's
That's
nothing better
exact-
than some Bruce in the shower. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry.
And
But here's the thing.
How is a man's two biggest songs "Born in the USA" and "Born to Run"? You can't say "Born" twice, bro. Like,
Don't forget Dancing in the Dark. I cleansed myself to Dancing in the Dark today.
Dancing in the dark.
Is that the-
Boo.
is that the one with Oh wait, I'm thinking of two totally. I'm thinking of David Bowie and Rolling Stones.
Bruce and oh wait, what? No, they're not the same.
No,
I know.
they're really not
I'm
the
thinking
same.
of who's the guy in the Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger and
Oh, and yeah, I know what you're
Who's the
talking
guy I
about.
just
and
said?
Bowie.
David
Yeah.
Bowie. Yeah, it was the two of them. And actually, it was on Family Guy. There was a Family Guy episode where they said, "This is the worst music video we've ever seen," and then they played the entire music video on the episode. And I will always remember at one random point, Mick Jagger just yells, "Back in the USSR." And I was like, "What? That's not your song."
Not funny.
Yeah, not funny.
Well, you guys know about the Bowie
Yeah.
Mick Jagger thing, right?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so here's a little bit of a little bit of oh geez, what's the freaking word?
Old.
A little bit
people.
of tea. A little bit of tea for you boys. Mick Jagger's wife.
Hold up!
What?
Don't ever say that again.
Tea. What the fuck is tea?
Don't.
Go fuck yourself. Tea's a nice beverage.
I'm
It has
tea,
antioxidants.
bro.
Oh. I
like
thought
tea
tea's
to
good for
drink.
something. I'm like, wait,
I thought you
what?
were just like a little bit of tea, like trouble or some shit.
Yeah.
It's
or
just exactly.
drama.
So
Is
like
this
Well,
drama?
exactly. No, bro. Get that shit
Well,
out.
no, guys. Maybe this is a little bit of Canada coming out in me. But if you spill the tea on someone, you spill a little bit of knowledge.
Bro,
You
rule
spill a
number
little bit of
one.
dirt. You spill
Rule
a little
number
bit
one
of
is
all
it's
that.
right there, bro.
Bro.
No Canadians.
Yeah.
That says
dude.
Queen, the Queen of England.
Exactly.
Which is more Canadian than you'll ever be.
Bro, have you listened to any Queen song? It goes no Canucks, no Canucks, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I think that's how. Was that in the right band?
I'm pretty sure that was them. Yeah.
All right, continue with the tea.
This is important knowledge, though. I was
Yeah,
going to say. So one of their wives, I forget who, back in the '80s when that whole thing came out, they had a relationship of sorts, and one of their wives found them in a hotel or in their home or something together.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, hey, great, good for them. But also, like, let's not forget, this is Mick Jagger and David Bowie. That's
Yeah.
like, what?
yeah.
Like, if I was their wife and I saw and knowing my husband was Mick Jagger or David
Yeah.
Bowie,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd feel.
I would be
That's-
like,
that's a lot.
You know what I would be like? I'd be like, makes sense,
I mean, if they were with Mick Jagger
bro.
or David Bowie,
They're
whoever it
two
is.
stupid, drugged out bisexual men,
Yeah.
and then they just filmed a music video together,
Yeah.
looking all good, and he's like, hey.
Yeah.
I can't do either impersonations.
I don't know what either of them sound like, but I would also like to let you guys know, or
Craig does a good Mick Jagger.
Oh, Craig, what's Mick Jagger sound like?
It's okay.
He
good.
goes, not funny.
It's not funny. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No. It's a John Mulaney bit that we'd watched like at least a half a dozen times by this point.
Oh, at least.
I sincerely hope that doesn't include me within that we, right?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, how bad is my memory? Good God, I thought it was getting better.
No, trust me. It's definitely getting worse.
Well,
But
if yours
let's
is getting
move on.
better, then I need you to start remembering stuff for me. I actually almost bought. I was at the Apple store and I was gonna buy a 5 terabyte Lacy, and I asked the guy. I said, "Does this plug into my brain?
Yeah.
Like, can I just
And the guy was like,
download?"
yeah, no, totally.
Like, I was thinking about it the other day at work, and someone was like, "How come you don't remember like these kind of things?" And I was like, "Because I had to delete all of like childhood memories in place of like software key commands."
I
Like,
had to reformat my hard drive.
yeah, how to reformat my fucking hard drive. Like, all that I had to like swap in place of important stuff. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like when I'm at the stupid paint shop and I'm typing on the computer so fast. They are so impressed with how quick I am on that, fucking keyboard. But it's like, guys, it's because I do something else with my life that isn't miserable that needs a computer.
Yeah.
Please don't bring this on me.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is really fair. How fast is fast?
Are you
Yo,
like
how
a
many
full
words a
finger?
minute? Oh, yeah. How many words a minute you guys type?
Oh man, I'm a two-finger
I'm a
man.
2-finger. No.
Yeah.
Craig does not count. He does not know how to use a keyboard for shit.
Well, if both you guys
No.
are peckers, I don't know if
No.
I can use a
I'm a
keyboard.
I'm a pecker.
That's how my dad uses a keyboard.
All right, I got 2 things. One, I'm a pecker, but I kind of half it, like, because I started practicing to get good, and then I totally stopped. So I'm like, I do this sometimes. Craig, we're hanging out one day, and we're at Andrew's house, and at the time Andrew was dating someone from China, and so his keyboard, when you would hit caps lock, would switch to a Chinese keyboard. And that was just the deal, because like you hit caps lock and then she could type it out and use it like a Chinese. And then anyway, Craig calls me and he's like, "Bro, come here, like I can't type capital letter. It just brings up like a Chang." And I was like, "Oh, well, you just turn the caps lock off." And then he's like, "No, but how do I type a capital letter?" And he keeps turning it back on, and I'm like, "No, dude, like
Wait.
Craig did not understand that you can hold shift to type a capital letter. He his whole life has turned on caps lock, typed the letter, and turned it back off.
What?
I was so confused because I couldn't understand what was wrong. I was like, "What do you mean?" It took us 2 minutes for me to finally realize the problem, because I have never experienced this problem before, and I have no problem with it. Like, all power to him. He gets his shit done. He does it his way. Totally fine. I
God
type like
damn
this.
it.
But
Well,
I know 4-year-olds who could type totally fine.
I mean, dude, I hate to say it that way, but like, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me explain from my own little. My family didn't even get a computer, like a usable computer, until I was already a junior in high school, man.
All right.
Like I didn't, you know what I mean? Like the computer format and so.
And from what I've heard from you, the Illinois school system doesn't help too much with that either.
They don't help with computers. They don't test for scoliosis.
Yeah,
they don't
test
do
for any
fucking
back
shit.
Wait, they never put you in like a high school typing class or anything like that?
No,
Bro,
no.
I was in elementary school with these typing classes. Like,
Wait, Trevor, you went to elementary school with them?
no, I was in elementary school with typing classes.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you were in elementary school with being typing classes.
Yeah,
and
well-
you're still pecking with
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
Bro, you think I paid attention as a child, bro? They were like, "You have to do this," and I was like sitting there like, "No, I just want to fucking run." You know, like
I just
whatever.
wanted to make my teachers happy
Okay,
when I was 8.
just to give you an idea, we were like 7 or 8, and they were like trying to get us to type, and I was like, "Bro, come on," because then we had to type essays the rest of our lives.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, guys. I I can type. 85 words a minute.
That's
Oh
pretty
my
fast.
God.
99% accuracy.
That's incredible.
All right, Tyler, I
So,
will hire
you know-
you to be my secretary.
Just so you guys know who you're talking to here.
We're talking to
you-
a bank teller, basically. Like you're
Yeah.
you're just.
Yeah.
I could be
But
like,
that's
Tyler,
my
take a note.
potential.
Send this to Craig. Dear Gregory, it has been a
Yes.
fortnight. Are you typing? Come on, bro. Like,
Oh God.
see, Craig would not be the best secretary. You know what you could do, bro? You could be that guy in court that has to type everything.
Oh, I could be Ethel Beavers. I would love to be. Wait, do
Ethel
neither you know
Beavers.
this?
Yeah.
There we go.
Parks and
Ethel
Rec.
Beavers.
What's Ethel Beavers?
Oh my guy, you got to watch some Parks and Recreation.
Oh, okay. Like I said, I've seen like 5 or 6 episodes. Yeah, about 5 or 6 episodes. I liked it. It was funny.
I like
I
Parks
laugh.
and Rec. Parks and Rec is good from like season 1's okay, but season like 2, 3, 4, 5 are like prime
Yeah.
to me.
Well, they totally rewrote everything after season 1. Like season 1 felt like some kind of bizarre
Yeah, season 1
version
doesn't
of The
even feel
Office. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's the
okay.
same writer though.
Is it BJ Novak?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the guy who wrote The Office wrote Parks and Rec.
Dude, I had
'Cause
no idea.
The Office
and that
got
makes So
canceled.
much sense.
The Office got canceled, and then Parks and Rec started.
I know that happened, but I had no idea he was involved with Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that's why it's like the exact same show, just with different people. Except, what's her name's in both? Quincy's daughter.
Oh. Not Pam.
It's freaking oh my gosh, it's Anne. Anne's.
Anne
Oh yeah,
Perkins.
because Anne is also Jim's boyfriend or girlfriend from
Season
whatever the
3.
heck city it was. Yeah, in New York. They were
Yes.
in New York somewhere.
But that's Quincy Jones' daughter.
Yeah,
Rashida
okay.
Jones.
Fun stuff.
Fun fact, Quincy Jones has like 9 kids.
Wasn't
What?
he also an asshole?
I don't know, because I watched a whole documentary on him, and like of
Okay.
every musician I've ever like heard or watched that says they had like a harder upbringing, he definitely had like the hardest.
Oh.
Yeah, this man was like, he did like working on the railroads at like 8 years old to try to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this man.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's older too. He's in his like 80s or 90s now. So he went through some shit. But
That sounds like it.
his oldest kid's like 50. Rashida Jones like 30. She's
Okay.
like in her 40s maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
She actually, the documentary I watched, she directed it.
What documentary on Quincy Jones?
Yeah,
She made it about her dad.
Oh, cool.
it was pretty good.
Happy Father's Day. I made a documentary about you.
She kind of just went through and like she like found all this old footage of him, and then she would film him for a little while. He
That's
almost
cool.
died, like, because he got really sick with something, and she was like telling him, "You got to change your diet, yada yada yada."
Huh. Wait, really fast transition. Speaking of dying, did you guys see that the kid that played drums in the School of Rock, the movie, he died today?
What?
Yeah.
No.
From what?
He got hit by a car. He was bicycling in the Chicago area, and he got hit by a car and died. He was
Oh
only
my
like 32.
God.
Yeah, kind of sad.
That's the worst, man. When cyclists get hit.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so Trevor, this is a legit one for you as a passionate cyclist, passionate, whatever the heck. So my thing, being that I live in the middle of an urban environment, is that I am fucking terrified to ride a bike because everyone I know who commutes on a bike daily has at least one story about fucking getting doored or driving their bike into the streetcar track or doing something awful or having something awful happen. Like, how do you feel about riding a bike in a downtown environment?
I feel fine.
You're fine with it?
I did it for a long time in Boston,
Okay.
but there are definitely assholes. Like I would definitely say I've almost been hit a lot. There are people like Ubers, bro. They park in the bike lane a lot, which pisses me off. Getting doored, that concept is very scary. And,
oh, yeah, man.
But I wear a helmet, so like, I don't get too worried about it. You know, it's just the concept of like, as long as I can keep it from being my fault, you know, then I'm doing my part of being okay with it. Like, am I risking getting hurt? Like, yeah, I am, but am I gonna, like, you never know. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, you can get hit, endured, and be okay, but you can also be hit and die. I did it for a long time. You know, I think some people need another way of transportation. Bike cycling happens to be one of them. And in Boston, there's at least dedicated bike lanes. I think Chicago also has bike lanes, but not as many.
I have mixed feelings about bicyclists downtown in Chicago. I feel like we almost have the opposite thing, where the drivers are more terrified of hitting the bicyclists, and the bicyclists seem to be about getting hit by cars. Like, just really, like, guys, you should probably not be riding in the middle of the street right now because you're going to get hit. And I swear, I'm going to feel really bad momentarily.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be like, bro, why are you doing this? Which I hope wasn't the case of the School of Rock kid, you know what I mean?
There's
I hope
definitely kids that ride like idiots.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like the wheelie kids in Boston, like I've seen them, like, you know, they pop up and they do their quick weave thing.
Yeah.
And they will go into the oncoming traffic, and like cars will literally be so close to hitting them, and they just weave out. And I'm like, see, this is why.
How fucking stupid you have to be.
Like, if everyone like just rode in the bike lane, and here's the biggest thing is, it's hard to get cyclists to obey traffic laws. So,
well, it's, I don't know, man. I think it's because you exist in that sort of intermediary place where you're like, you're not a pedestrian, but you're not a vehicle.
all right, so before I talk about it, I definitely didn't obey traffic laws. So I'll say that before I start talking about it. But I was good about it.
I would not have felt bad hitting you then.
Well, it depends though. Like,
no. I would not have felt bad hitting you.
Anarchy.
There's differences. There's a guy who's like, the light just went red and is like, I'm gonna beat it, and just keeps going, and he knows that, you know, you're on Boylston and Mass Ave, and that green's about to go. And then there's guys like me that look, you know, I'll usually stop if it's like 1 a.m, then I'll run the red light because there's nobody fucking there.
That's fair. Fair.
That was the other thing, is I did a lot of my commuting at night. Like, cause I'd come out in the morning and then I'd stay all day and then go back out to Austin, you know.
Gotcha.
Between 10 and 2 a.m.
My God.
Yeah, I saw some sketchy shit in Boston.
I could only imagine.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, Boston wasn't that bad. I walked home all the time at crazy-ass times of night. Where'd you see the crazy shit?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Where?
All the time, bro. Okay, so the craziest thing that I can never piece together, and if anyone who watches this, I don't care, please message me if you know the answer to this. Every night, like every freaking night, I don't understand. So my typical ride would be from the ghetto, where Andrew was staying at the time, which was on.
Was this like Jackson Square or something? Which
no,
wasn't that.
This
bad.
was down by the Med Center.
Oh, down Mass Ave?
Yeah.
Methadone Mile there?
Methadone
All right,
Mile.
that was getting a little sketchy.
And
I'll
it
give
was
you that.
like
They
almost.
called it Methadone Mile.
Oh, yeah, Craig.
Because there were all the methadone clinics.
Oh,
there,
yeah,
I've told you about. One time I had to go there really late at night to the hospital, and when I was leaving, it was like really dark, and I remember walking. I went straight to Mass Ave, and there was 2 cops on both corners of the hospital, like just parked there, and then literally right there is a bus stop, and I remember like there was a whole crowd of homeless guys piled there, and I remember walking past them, and on the other side of the bus stop, those things were clear, remember, and I would literally see them like shooting up heroin. Like there is like, that is yellow, they are pushing that needle into his arm, like, and there's 6 of them, and there's like 90 people out here, and like the cops just watch.
Yeah,
they just wait, you know. But I would bike home from that area, like a little bit further down, but from there down Mass Ave, and then turn left onto Commonwealth, and take Commonwealth all the way to Austin. So if you take Commonwealth down, you'll hit what's called Kenmore Square. Yeah. Every night, like between like, I want to say 11:45 midnight-ish to whenever in the morning, like just really late, there would be buses, just shuttle buses, packed in Kenmore Square. all the time. And there's not like on the right there were just some of the shopping centers and like apartments. And it was like every night, and I'd see like guys standing at the front watching and guys standing at the back, and that was it. They never went anywhere. They would just sit there. Like every now and then one would pull in or pull out. And I could never for the life of me figure out. And it was not the transportation buses. It was like shuttle buses. Like, I don't know what it was. And like, no idea. Every night.
I thought Boston was a lovely place.
Which it is.
It is very lovely until about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I miss that place like hell in a weird way.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, I don't miss per se like our whole interaction with like the B word and everything else, but just the general vibe of Boston. It was just fucking fun, man. Like
it was pretty fun.
I felt as Boston as I feel Canadian, if not more. Just because, I don't know, it was always just cool. I mean, riding around on the T, you got to fucking do anything at any time of day. There was always somewhere to go. There was just like some fucking nature-y thing somewhere.
Boston would work for me with a car. Because if I go to the grocery store, I don't want to carry that shit home. I was so sick of carrying stuff everywhere.
Well, dude, I mean,
like
that's
rehearsals.
Sort of...
Oh my god, me and Craig just carrying shit out.
Well, that's anywhere where you live in a downtown, my guy.
No, but you
could
own
kind of thing that I do here.
Car.
I don't have a car, you know.
Yeah, but we could have owned a car. You did in Boston.
I owned a car for 3 months that I didn't own a car, but I borrowed a car.
And it was great. It was a great 3 months.
It was the best 3 months.
There you go.
Also,
see?
Well, you know what I always called that thing, right? The BAPS. Big American piece of shit.
Oh, there you go.
That was my big old pickup truck.
That's where
my
you messed
GMC
up, man.
1500.
You needed a big old Japanese pristine car.
That's what I'm about to buy. Where I'm not kidding.
Yo, you still got the Volkswagen?
To buy a little Mazda. Well,
Nice.
Of course I got the Volkswagen, man.
Nice.
I'm not going to get rid of my Volkswagen. I will be buried in that vehicle.
Okay, so what we have to do is what you're telling me is that we have to go camping with the Volkswagen.
10 out of 10 every day of the week.
Do you have a hitch? Do you have a hitch on the Volkswagen?
My guy, this has 65 horsepower.
So no.
If you put a hitch on that car, it wouldn't be able to. It would take a minute and a half to get to 45 miles per hour.
Bro, hitch is only like 30 pounds.
Okay, my guy. Are you trying to put something on the hitch? Exactly. Then it would take a minute and a half.
But let's take it for a second. If we put a 50-pound bike rack on the hitch, that'd be like putting half of a person in the car.
Dude, we'll strap that shit to the roof. I don't care about that. No problem.
Or just put it in the car.
There's room. Yeah. You guys know... Oh, okay, so this is such a strange occurrence here, because this is the first time within the many, by many I mean 2, 75% groupings of the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavors, that it's been us 3. Yeah. So, Trevor, you never saw my... Oh, none of you guys saw my van back home, did you?
I definitely saw your van back home.
No, dude, you saw my dad's van.
That wasn't yours.
The green one,
That wasn't
right?
yours.
Yeah.
There are 2.
Oh, okay. Where's the other one? Jesus Christ.
The other one my van that is like my baby that I've had fucking, since I was 16.
Okay.
That van is in a storage facility that my dad, I don't know, basically he rents it and I sublease a corner in the storage facility.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that's where my van is, and that's where my dad goes for work, so he's able to turn it on once every, I don't know, I hope once every couple of weeks, although I doubt that's the case, so that it at least continues to run. But yeah, you guys never saw my van, dude. It's a bright yellow one, not a green one.
Okay.
No.
That's weird, because I've literally been under the assumption that
Wait,
was
you have a yellow one?
time.
What? Mine is the yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Craig, the van you saw isn't my van.
Oh my god. So did you pick up on this from your dad then, I take it? Like the van interest and such?
It's been such a weird thing. The Volkswagen thing came from like, it was just me. Like, I remember going down the road with my mom on the way back from tennis practice when I was, in fucking 8th grade. And I remember seeing a van. A bus.
Yeah.
A beautiful white and blue two-toned VW bus.
Yeah.
I would say it was pre-68 given the shape of the headlights. I still remember that damn thing clear as day.
Okay.
And I remember asking my mom, just like, what is this thing? She goes like, oh, it's a Volkswagen bus. There must be some hippie in there. And I remember this guy spit out the window, and my mom just, that's disgusting.
That's
And
disgusting.
then, I went home, and I Googled Volkswagen bus, and something about it just resonated with me that, you know what? That's my future.
That's awesome.
And this must have been in like 5th or 6th grade. I'm sorry, not 8th grade. It was earlier than that.
Yeah.
Because my dad bought our van when I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
It was like the, I don't know. It was like a father-son camping. He had one when he was a kid.
Yeah.
It was just a very, very sweet kind of thing that, like, oh my God, we have a Volkswagen bus? What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
And then it didn't run for 3 years. He didn't drive it. No one touched it. So I went crazy when I was 15.
Yeah.
And one summer, being that I was 15,
Yeah.
I hacked the whole damn interior, having no idea what I was doing, just like trying to make it look better. So I re-stained all the wood. I fucking cleaned all the curtains. I like steel wooled the curtain rails.
Okay. Okay.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
And when I became, when I got my license, I remember it was sort of the situation where, like, well, my dad's got to go somewhere. He needs to take his car. My mom's got to go pick up my sister.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go somewhere. What do I drive? And I remember my dad just like, all right, well, here's the key. Take the van.
Nice.
And that was, well, it was great until I realized, like, I don't know how to drive stick shift yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my. That was a blast. But
sure.
That's how the van came to be, and I've had the darn thing ever since. The bread loaf mobile, my one true desire in the world. I'm gonna die in that thing. I love that
sick.
car.
Yeah.
I can't wait till it's anywhere with me, whether I'm in Canada, Chicago. Fuck it, I don't care. I just want that car.
Yep.
That's a badass car, bro. Does yours have the vent roof?
The vet roof.
Vent roof.
Vent roof. It's a full-on camper, so like if the van was this shape, hello folks at home, then then my bus kind of has a roof that tilts up like a triangle.
Oh, okay.
And there's a bed upstairs.
Uh-huh.
And then there's standing room in front of the bed. So if you're like standing there at the sink, well, there's a literal sink in it. If you're standing there at the sink, then because it's a camper van, then you have headroom, you can stand up, all that, or you can put the bed forward and you have a damn bed upstairs in your little tiny Volkswagen car.
What the fuck?
It's the best thing
That's
that has
so
ever
wild.
been
I'm thinking about
made.
doing something like that to my Subaru. I want to, because I already have roof rack, and I'm gonna buy a
One
tent.
of those tents? Fucking do it, dude. I love those.
Yeah, but I want to get like this like 3-bedroom one. So instead of just the roof tent with the ladder, it comes up like a so like the standard ones where you have a tent up on the roof, and then it comes down like an upside down U. And so you have like bedroom here, and then you climb up, and on the roof you have another bedroom, and then you can climb down on the other side. You have another bedroom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You should totally do it, man.
So the problem is I wouldn't use this because they're not that expensive, but there's no point in using that unless I'm staying for like more than a week.
Exactly.
Like if you're just doing
Or
overnight.
you could just be a baller for one night.
That's kind of my thing. I'm like, well, fuck it, bro. Like, because I don't want to do outdoor camping because I want to bring bikes. Like my whole thing is, like I go to like say a mount like Moab in Utah or something, and then instead of paying for hotels doing that, I can take like a 3 or 4 day trip, and then in the car pack coffee, food, stuff like that, and then have the actual tent on the roof, which you can drive with when it's folded up, and then the bikes are on the bike rack, and then I can just keep people and dogs in the car.
That's not a bad idea, man.
No. So my friend has the best build out. He has a Honda Element. And yeah,
yes.
You already know.
I love those guys. Yeah,
and,
man.
First of all, he paid $4,000 for it.
What?
Craig, this is Gabe, actually, at the bike shop.
Gabe?
Yeah, Gabe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he has the Honda Element with no back seats, and it has the hard floor, the rubber floor, not the carpet floor. Funny fact, the upgraded version is the carpet floor. Isn't that silly?
Wait a minute. I swear it's... Are you sure?
I think so, because he was telling me that like the nicer, like the more expensive version of the Honda Element is with the back seats and carpet.
Well, okay, so I remember a buddy of mine back home when I was in high school, like early college. He had a Honda Element, which I thought was the sickest darn car. But it had the plastic floor in it.
Yep.
And he told me that if it has all-wheel drive and a sunroof,
Yeah,
that's the nice
one.
version, quote unquote.
Yeah, because my buddy doesn't have the sunroof. But what he's done is crazy, dude. He found a forum online that has a built-in. They call it the toaster bed. It's basically a, what do you call it? Like a couch bed.
Yeah.
But it like he built it like, and it fits perfectly in the car. And it's a couch when he's driving, and then it's like it opens up. Like you can unfold it, and then he just lays it down, and then it's a mattress. So he used to just bring like a cot, and so now he's got the couch in there, and then a candy corner from the couch, he's got like a wooden shelf rack that's so heavy it just stays there, and so he keeps like his coffees and stuff. Everything is like covered with like little netting, so you can like close it over that way nothing comes out or anything. He keeps like cups, and then he's got like sporks. He keeps all of his helmets strung up. He just got blackouts for all his windows, so now no one can like peek in. And then his trunk, when it opens up, the elements, they stay, like kind of level. He modded it to go up a little bit higher, and then he has like a little like tarp that he kind of hangs out, so it creates like a big shade thing. And then when he sleeps, he tucks it in. It keeps all the bugs out.
That is awesome,
yeah,
dude.
And he didn't have a hitch up until recently, so now he's got the bike rack for the hitch, but he could fit up to 3 bikes in his car. Not anymore with the couch bed, but...
Your buddy Gabe has basically done what I have in my van, because my van has 2 beds. It has a couch bed on the bottom that you can, just like you're saying, unfold.
Yeah.
It has a little... It's made of wood, but it's the same idea, like a little cabinet on one side, back on the back window, where you can put all your crap. I think it still has an Aretha Franklin shirt in it from, 2011.
From when Aretha Franklin made it.
Well, exactly, but no, so... Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, man, really. And unlike my van, I'm terrified to drive that thing basically anywhere because it's very fragile. And I feel like your buddy's Honda Element is not so fragile.
Yeah, but those things were made... They're kind of old now, because they were only in manufacture from, 07 to 09. That's it. So they get a little, I don't know. That's what, a 12-year-old car, max. So you can't get new ones. They try to replace it with the Honda Pilot, but the Pilot is just a normal SUV.
Yeah, man.
It's like, there's nothing cool about this.
Yeah.
Like, Craig, do you know what a Honda Element looks like?
Come on, Craig. I know you're the biggest car guy here. Tell us all about your automobile prowess.
All right, so this is what I know about cars and such. I own a Chevy Express cargo van.
Yes.
It's gotten me and my friends many places, and that's it. That's
my
everything.
guy. You have access to a Dodge Challenger, which is the sickest damn car. Like, if I was ever gonna go full on,
you have access to a Challenger? Who is a Challenger?
Technically, we do.
In his garage?
Right?
No, it's like literally in front of our house under a.
That's what's under a tarp. Is a Challenger?
That's what's under that tarp.
What
It's
year?
a new Challenger.
Why don't you guys drive it?
Why don't you drive it? It's ridiculous.
Wait, it's running?
Well, to my understanding, the brakes are bad. So that's
New brake pads done. Brake bleed.
I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I never really like. I drove it for multiples of years back before I had the Express, and it was fun, but it wasn't anything that like. I remember just being so fucking concerned about it like all the time because like I knew that if anything happened to it, like my dad would probably fucking kill me over it. So I was just like, and again, I'm not like I gotta go fast, want to go fast guy. Like,
it's not about going fast. It's about the rev, bro.
But I don't need
It's about
rev.
looking good when you're going fast.
I don't need to look.
Oh yeah.
Like.
So this actually reminds me of a moment when I was in high school, and
Okay.
a buddy and I pulled up to our local Taco Bell because we had Taco Bell Tuesdays. That's when all this started. That's when my Taco Bell thing began.
Really?
And my van has a rusted out, ridiculous muffler. So it is so fucking loud despite
okay.
the fact it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And my buddy borrowed his brother's pickup truck that had
Yeah.
a MagnaFlow on it, which is like just gas station trash exhaust. So I remember he pulled up next to me and he kind of gave me a little rev. And I was like, you know what? This is fucking funny. I'm going to give you a rev. My van sounds like a fucking go-kart, but it's really
amazing.
loud. So then he gave me another rev. And I was like, you know what, buddy? And then after we did this for like a minute, we were laughing. We thought it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
We walked out of our cars, and here's this old couple at the corner of the Taco Bell, just like mouths open, just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why are these young men rev matching a Volkswagen bus and a Dodge pickup truck? This is the strangest thing we've ever seen in our 80 years.
They probably wondered for good reason. They were like, this is a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I miss cars because cars allow you to go places, and I
That's-
have not
yeah.
been places in so damn long. This is insane.
That's fair.
Like, I mean, you guys met me when I was still taking a fucking megabus down to Philadelphia every other weekend. That's not my life anymore, and that's terrifying.
to Philadelphia.
Yeah, man, I went down to Philly for a while. I went down to New York for a while.
Your uncle was where? New
My
York?
uncle was in the Bronx, down in New York. But I had a friend who lived down in Philly for a while. That same friend lived in New York for a bit.
Oh, okay.
I went down to like Brooklyn a handful of times and just like fucking hung out. That friend of mine from the B Word,
Yeah.
worked on Broadway. So I actually got
wow.
to go to Broadway and hang out with her as she was a page turner, which is the most insane job where she
What's
literally.
that?
I kid you not. She dressed up in costume, sat next to the pianist, and literally turned the pages like the year 1902.
Wow.
But she got paid above minimum wage for it.
Oh, that's good.
It was enough to pay rent in Brooklyn. And come on. I mean, it was kind of fun because I wasn't a musical theater person, but to be walked backstage and just like, oh yeah, here are all these important people. It's like, oh, I've never heard of any of you, but nice to meet you all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How's it going? What's up?
Hey, you want to touch my page, boy? Okay, sure. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
No,
who
that's
Pierre
cool,
is,
man.
eh?
That's kind of rad, actually. That's really rad.
I did.
Oh,
What do you
was-
think of Philadelphia? Do you have any?
I have feelings about it. Trevor,
Yeah.
do you have feelings first?
I've never
Do you
been there.
have? Never.
Okay, I love Philly because it is a fucking trash pile of a city.
Oh yeah.
And it is honest and it knows what it is, and there is no part of Philadelphia that is slightly pretentious. Even South Street, that is, quote unquote, the nice part of the city. I mean,
Okay.
yes, it is a nice part. There's
Yeah.
record shops. I went to I forget the Amoeba record. No, Amoeba's in California. Unless
Yes.
there's there might be either a branch or I just have the names confused.
Okay.
Rough Trades in New York. I've been to that one.
Uh-huh.
There's anyway. So no, I thought Philly was fucking fun, and the live music scene, the grassroots live music stuff,
Yeah.
all of that's fantastic. I mean, I think Philly, in terms of the places I would move if I got a damn job,
Yeah.
I'd move to Philly, man. I like
Yeah.
Philly. It's
Cool.
old, it's cool. I take it that you think it's an absolute fucking shithole. Let's hear Craig's take on Philly.
I mean, I'll keep it like super duper brief. I've only been to Philadelphia like 3 times for 3 different tour runs. First time was barely there, but it was just really dirty and smelly, and I was like, well, maybe I'm just in a bad area. Came back the second time, it was still dirty and smelly, but I did it with a buddy, my buddy Rustin, who plays in a band called Master, and like a wild tour where like we were driving all night. We got to Philadelphia to his like buddy's house to stay. We slept for like an hour and a half, and then we were up right after to go explore the city with him because he wanted to take me to like the Masons Temple and all that other wild shit out there, and like we did that, and it was a fun time. And then we played the show, and the show was awful, and it was like, okay, we're gonna leave here now. And then the last time, and this is like the ultimate like nail in the coffin for Philly for me, Hatestorm went out there with Morbid on the Kingdoms Disdained run, and like for whatever reason we were just immediately getting the sense that nobody liked us like there, like we hadn't played a note yet, but we just felt like people just didn't like us, and we were like, this is really weird, we're getting some strange vibes from everybody. A grind band goes on, like a grindcore band, and like I guess they were like local to the area, and everybody loved them, everybody knew them, and like the whole place was like jumping up and down, going fucking nuts, and we're like, oh dude, that's rad. And then after they got done, we went up and played, and the Hatestorm shit, just like us, long songs and kind of stuff like that. We would play.
You were doing like 3 songs on that tour, right?
That tour. 4 songs. We did 4 songs on a regular set. It was 4 songs for that tour.
That's
but
proggy as hell, my guy.
Yeah. But we would get done playing, and there wouldn't be a single person clapping per song. I mean a full fucking house of people. It would be like, get done, hit the big chord at the end, pull it off, and then nothing.
That's the one thing I do like about Mystical.
Yeah.
Outside of playing in the band, but
Yeah.
from the reactions we've gotten live, and then on top of that, just knowing the music and kind of the style of prog, it's hard to have us finish a song and not clap or not get some kind of reaction out of someone.
Anything, man.
Like, I know every time it's just weird because me and Tyler have not toured together, and it's upsetting.
As fucking bizarre as that is, man.
You know what blew my
this winter.
Well, you know what's blown my fucking mind is when Craig mentioned the last time we technically all played a show together was Will's recital. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, you're right. Like, we did all the rehearsals, and all that, but that was the last show. That being said, every time we would finish Great Menial Divide, like, I always feel like people would just be like, holy shit. Like that was like notes, and it was like, we got a lot more. But it's a different kind of reaction, because I feel like when you get very genre specific, and not that Hatestorm isn't specific to death metal, but it is very, very death metal. Very death metal. But even if you get like, I don't know, super pop, super country, super whatever, like, you find a crowd that gets especially prog. You find guys that go, well, whatever, like, and the stubbornness. Metal has it probably the most, but with prog bands like us and Gizzard and Tool and all, the widespread of just guys that love, like, hey, let me slam for like 45 minutes and you tell me what you think of that, like, as opposed to trying to get your, I feel like a lot of people just, their music is about trying to get their punky attitude aside, and it's like, well, we can do punky attitude with some music and some grooves, and like,
and we're playing all of the genres. If you can't
walk
away
from
listening to our set and not find at least one thing that you may have, like, you probably just don't like music at that point.
That is also true. Like, I think
I remember.
Sorry? Keep going.
Oh, just in terms of the genre thing, I remember when I was playing back the masters to a certain album that shall not be named. I remember a buddy of mine just like, oh shit, this is heavy. I was like, yeah, man. Well, guess what? And I popped on another song. It's the same band, my guy.
Yeah.
That's not me, but it's them. But thanks, COVID. Thanks, Canada. But
Thanks, Canada.
hey.
Yeah.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada. Yeah, there you go. That song
I
won a
think-
Grammy.
That is
Yeah, it
our
did.
motto as a band.
Yeah, it
Blame
is.
Canada.
It is.
Unfortunately.
Can we just
Oh,
make that
man.
movie be like, when people are like, what does your band name mean? We'll just be like, watch South Park the movie. And they'll watch it and be like, what does your band name mean?
Did you watch
Are
it?
you
or
an
not?
idiot? Like, did you not watch it? Like we're that guy, that stupid, what do they call him? The mole?
Yeah, the mole.
Oh,
Yeah.
what is he's always calling them like, you twats. Like, how?
Twat.
Yeah.
That shit is so good, dude. They're
That's-
so good.
That's one of the best movies ever made. Period. Like,
The
period.
South Park movie?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Bigger, longer, and uncut. That is.
Yeah.
There is a lot of movies. A lot
Wait,
of movies.
It's called what? I'm sorry?
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
That's so... Okay, great.
There's a lot worse.
You know their video game titles, right? Like the South Park video games?
Oh, please tell me you know them. Oh, you
Wait,
doesn't.
there are South Park video games?
Oh, yeah.
Tyler. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This
I'm
have been
just
like
disconnected.
primal conversation between me and Craig. We've talked a lot about these games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give me some examples, yeah.
The first one is the Stick of Truth.
The Stick of Truth. And then Fractured But Whole. The Fractured But Whole.
Butthole.
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 The
That-
Fractured But Whole.
That is deep.
It is.
You know what? Since we're on the topic,
Wow.
let me tell you something even deeper. In the Stick of Truth, the game starts, and you create your character because it's an
Oh, yeah,
RPG,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
you go talk to Cartman, who is the, what do they call him? The head wizard or the Lord Wizard, whatever. He's the king of wizards. He's like whatever. And
The Lizard Wizard?
yeah, almost. So you pick your class, and your classes are like melee, archer, mage, or Jew. And if you even just scroll over Jew, Cartman's like, Jew, eh? I guess we're never meant to be friends. And then, so you pick your class, doesn't matter which one, it just kind of makes your outfit one, like and a lot of your combat actually for the whole game. But
Yeah.
the next thing is very important, is you enter your name. And so Cartman's like, what is your name? And the thing comes up, and like you're supposed to type in your
like
name.
you enter it in, yeah.
Yeah, so you could say like, my name is Craig, you know?
Yeah.
And you hit enter. And Cartman goes, you've entered douchebag. Is that correct? And you say yes or no. And it doesn't matter which one he picks. He goes, are you sure you want to pick douchebag? And you have to pick yes or no again, and it doesn't matter which one you pick. He goes, all right, welcome to the clan, douchebag.
Yeah.
And they just call you douchebag the whole game.
They did a similar thing with the Fractured But Whole, where they ask you what race of an individual you want to be, and then it says in the context of like either being black or white, pretty much, it says this will not affect gameplay, but it will affect you in real life, or it will reflect difficulty in real life.
That's
And
right. It's
then
like the
I'm just-
difficulty meter, and it's like, it's like as you get harder, it just goes blacker.
Dude.
It's such a great game. That's just the
There's-
character
There's
creation.
a lot going on there.
There's a lot going on.
We haven't
there,
even gotten to
man.
the game. We're just that's
Yeah.
just
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's,
They've
they know how
They've
to-
been at the forefront of like political commentary comedy since the beginning, man. They're the best.
Well,
they've written
got-
number one selling shows, number one selling video games, number one selling movies, number one selling musical. Fucking
Yeah.
The Book of Mormon is those guys, and I love saying that because it shoves it to all of, because I did theater growing up, like for like 8 years, and I hated all of these stupid theater moms and this and that would be like, this is funny and this is not. And I would go to these shows at like the Hobby Center downtown, which is big theaters, and
with all the thespians.
yes, dude. And I went to thespian conventions. I traveled to go to these conventions, and people would just be like dressed up and yada yada yada, and they would get mad because I was not 100% like one of them. I was very much like I played guitar, you know. I walk out there and I'm like, "What's up, bitches?" Like, and they would get mad sometimes, you know, and be like, "Oh, your Family Guy and South Park humor is not funny." Like, they would be very strict.
Like, fuck it, ain't like.
And I'd be like, "Bro, fuck you." And they'd be like, "Bro, you can't say that. Like, that's not, you know." Like, a lot of the moms, especially the moms, the theater moms, would really kill me. Fast forward to Book of Mormon comes out, and all these theater moms are like, "Oh my god, it's the best. It's so funny. You have to see it. It's won all these awards. It's actually funny." I'm like, those guys are the same guys. Yeah. Like, the whole point of writing that musical was just to spite you, but then you loved it so much that it won all these awards. Like, it's actually just one big fuck you. Like, you don't see that? Like, and I love it. I love that they did that.
And dude, you left one major thing out, though. Like a major Matt and Trey thing. Team America.
Fuck,
you know yeah. Like, I mean...
you know, you reminded me of another one I left out, too.
Okay.
Basketball and
jeez.
and Orgasmo. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And Team America. Just that's like pre-South Park, I think.
Well, okay, so
it's definitely during
South Park. Early South Park, because that shit came. That was early 90s.
Yep.
I had no idea they were involved in basketball, but my introduction to that was from the fucking Real Big Fish cover of Take on Me. Does that ring a bell with anyone here?
I
think I know exactly what you're
I have
talking
seen
about.
Real Big Fish live.
Really?
Wow.
How'd
that go?
Ska.
Yeah.
Very.
Bum ba bum.
Okay, I'll be totally honest. I was watching them at Vans Warped Tour while waiting.
What an era!
While waiting for, I don't know if I could do
Black Veil Brides.
Ooh.
They were playing, but I didn't see them. I walked by them and I was like, I think I'm trying to remember. It was Real Big Fish playing, and then when they finished, I was waiting for Memphis Mayfire.
Oh, okay.
And then once they finished, it was Bless the Fall.
I can smell the gauges from here, boys. Jesus.
Oh man. I won't lie though. I've been to Warped Tour twice, and I went both times for one band, and then stuck around because my girlfriend and everyone else wanted to see everyone else. But that band was Volumes. I had a thing for Volumes.
I know of Volumes.
I don't.
They've had a lot of drama. They're considered one of the prog bands.
Okay.
But they've had a lot of drama recently because they had a singer. They had two singers technically, and then they kicked one of them out, and now they've swapped. Like, the guy that was the one singer got kicked out, and they brought back the other singer, and then their guitarist died, and I haven't kept up with them since.
Okay.
So, but I saw them twice at Warped Tour. One time,
good?
Yeah, they were great. I've seen them actually a couple times now. It's been a while though. I will not lie though, they should stop that shit. The Warped
Tour?
Yeah, they got to end all that which I think they already did, now that I think about it.
Yeah, the Warped Tour is definitely over.
All right, bro. First of all, mosh pits on concrete, not good.
Oh, yeah.
Not good.
Oh, shit.
I don't like mosh. Like, I don't like the concept of moshing in a parking lot. At least a venue floor is smooth.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was just as big as any other venue's mosh pits, you know. And the other thing that I hated, and this may have just been Texas thing, but I think you already see where I'm going with this. It was 96 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Georgia thing, my guy. That's fucking miserable.
The whole day, and I was like, oh my god. And then water is $12 a bottle.
Yep.
And it's cash only, and then to use the ATM machine, it's $7 a charge. It's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it was a lot. Like, I remember, like, I was like,
That's how you get a lawsuit, man. Like, that's a
well,
really easy
and
way.
they
to,
would hang above every stage. They had a sign that said, like, you mosh, you fall, we get sued, no more Warped Tour. Like, they had that over every single stage. Like, no moshing. Like, and everyone, of course, be moshing.
Yeah.
Because it was the hardcore scene, bro. It was all the...
Yeah.
I should say post-hardcore, because they tried to take the name
no.
hardcore, but that belongs to Quicksand and all those 90s dudes. Biohazard.
Well, I told you all about the wonder that was Swayze's venue, right?
Swayze's? Like Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, the guy who had the fucking the tattoo of Patrick Swayze with "Stay in the Cones" on it.
Yeah.
So like this venue was literally called, the name of it was Swayze's venue.
Oh my god.
And Swayze's venue there was this like astastic suburban shopping center venue where like every 14-year-old's parents just like, oh geez, I hope my kid doesn't go to Swayze's in a year.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah.
all the cool kids went to Swayze's and peed behind the CVS.
Hell
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I remember the just absurd moshing at this place, and I remember standing in a room of 20 other high schoolers, and these two guys just fucking like essentially beating the living shit out of each other. There was no one else in on this. It's just like, this is the strangest thing I've ever seen. And then I saw real mosh pits. I think my first one was at like a Primus concert. As stupid as that sounds, it really was.
No, Primus fans, it went hard as shit.
They mosh.
Yeah.
Again, I think I mentioned to you guys, I had a 2-day run where I saw Rush on one night, Primus on the next night, and I just remember just, the sweet moment of just like, oh my god, I just saw Rush. And now there are fucking dudes spitting beer on me and my high school girlfriend, and we're at Primus.
Did you get that experience of like the lights going out and everyone just going, boo?
Yep. Primus sucks!
Yeah, Primus sucks. Primus. And they play a whole song, and then everyone goes, boo. I love that, because when you hear that, you're in a crowd full of Primus fans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because when people start cheering, they don't know who the fuck they're seeing. And I love, because Les Claypool will, at least for a quarter of every show, he'll wear some kind of mask.
Oh, yeah, man. His pig face or whatever the heck.
Gorilla or fucking whatever.
He always kind of has that little bit of a voice that sort of sounds like this.
That's his thing, bro.
If you kind of plug his nose a little bit, he's ready for it. My name is Mud, y'all.
No, he goes for that like that Glenn Quagmire like 30s, 40s. Like, oh, this just in. Like, are y'all ready to see what's going on here today? Givey goo. Like, all right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Damn,
bum, 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 bum.
I think I've literally seen Primus like 5 times at this point.
Whoa,
like,
Jesus.
I've seen him 3
once.
times.
Okay, yeah.
And I saw Les Claypool and the
Lennon.
The Duo de Twang.
Oh,
no,
nice.
I didn't see that, but I saw Duo de Twang.
How was
It
that?
was nuts.
Yeah.
It
cool.
was awesome, but that also is the evening that disparaged my love of Les Claypool.
Really?
Which was, oh yeah, so here's the thing. You know how he plays this like super nice guy in all the interviews and stuff?
Uh-huh.
So we were at the Sinclair in Cambridge, right?
Okay.
And me and my buddy, we got our tickets on StubHub, so
You
we
saw
already
Claypool
paid
at the
too much
Sinclair?
money. Dude, exactly.
That's really cool.
You know, when
Right?
Primus plays in Boston, they played at that amphitheater.
But Duo de Twang,
Really?
2
Yeah.
guys on stage.
Yeah. Sorry. That blew me away. An amphitheater?
Amphitheater.
That one
Where we saw APC?
No, where we saw. Did you go with
Oh.
me? Who went with me to the amphitheater? Oh my god, I've seen
Was it the Hatch Shell or something? Oh, was it the Bank of America Pavilion over on the water?
the one on the water. Yeah,
I saw. Dude, wait, hold on.
I
Did you see Clutch open up for Primus there?
No, I didn't. I was going to, but I was in Cape
I
Cod
saw
that
that
week,
show.
and I kept telling my mom, like, Mom, I'm driving in to go see Primus for the night, and she's like, No, you're not. And I was like,
But man.
But ma, no. And then I regretted my life, and I cut myself.
I actually went to that show, Primus and Clutch.
Yeah. Wait, but more on the Duo de Twang thing. What
What happened?
Oh yeah, guys. So here's the thing, like, I'm a little bass player. I fucking love Les Claypool.
was gonna
That's
say-
how I learned how to like slap the bass instead of fucking Flea. The way that everyone else did it. And I remember the show. Les Claypool, he must have known that there were Berkeley kids there or something. But at one point, on stage, he literally goes just like, yeah, sometimes when I'm in certain places, there's all these kids, these like a lot of the young bass players who like to run up to me and say things, but I don't know, man. I don't know what to say in that situation. I don't know what to do there. It was like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fair, man. But then after the show, me and another buddy of mine from the B Word, we hung out right behind stage for like an hour and a half in January.
Oh my God.
Meaning it was fucking, I don't know, Fahrenheit. Good grief. Let me think about this for 8 seconds.
Oh, come
it
on
was like,
now. Don't
I
fucking
know,
give me
I
that
know.
Bitch,
It
you're
was
from
Georgia.
You give me
Georgia.
a Fahrenheit. Like, fuck off, Tyler.
Hey.
You know what? I don't even care about the rest of the story now.
This is how I feel whenever my phone autocorrects to Canadian
Autocorrects.
spellings. I just feel like a dumbass because I feel pretentious.
How do
I'm just
Canadians
trying
spell
to use a U
tire?
in color.
Do they spell like
What?
Tyre for tire?
Really?
Are they one of those people?
Wait, what?
In Europe, they spell tire Tyre.
Okay, it's not there quite, but like color is spelled with a U, neighbor is spelled with a U, center is spelled R.
Neighbor is spelled with a U?
Yeah, checking is spelled with a Q. That's fucking fascinating.
Fuck that.
No, it's not.
It's kind of
Check
fucking-
wing.
No, it's not.
Check
Tell-
wing.
Bro, what is this lying you're doing? That's my job, bro. Stop. Continue with the story, bro. It was really cold.
Well, okay, so it was really fucking cold. It was like, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere right in there. And Les Claypool, after an hour and a half, there are 4 people waiting outside this venue. 5 people. Myself, my buddy, 2 guys who must have been in their 40s. Both of them had pictures when they were kids of them with Les Claypool. It was adorable.
Yeah.
And then this one chick who was just like very drunk and had a I don't know, a terrapin, like an elephant. No, a terrapin's the turtle. What do they call it? A pachyderm. A pachyderm
okay,
tattoo, because
yeah,
that's like a
yeah.
Primus thing.
Oh, yeah, bro.
yeah.
Southbound
Yeah, the-
pachyderm.
Exactly, man. And yeah, so like Les Claypool walks outside the venue, doesn't look at the 5 people standing in the fucking freezing cold, has 3 security guards block us off, walks into his tour van, and they drive away. Like, what the fuck?
That's kind of
I mean, I'm not that kind of killed my whole thing of just like standing outside waiting for artists, because I met
Yeah.
a number of people that way. I met fucking Omar Rodriguez Lopez from the Mars Volta that way.
Oh, really? That's cool.
It
I
was
have
so
also
sick.
met
Was he
a lot
rad?
of people
Was he
doing
rad?
that.
Omar Rodriguez was a dickhead, but
Oh, okay.
everyone else in Bosnian Rainbows, which was the band I saw, which
Yeah.
included the not bass player but the drummer of the Mars Volta, Dean Tony Parks,
Mm-hmm.
they were fucking the sweetest people on earth.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah. So like,
So,
Les
2
just,
things
like,
come to
blew
mind with
us off.
Les. Either A, he's an asshole, or B, he has dealt with some crazy shit in the past that made him go, I'm not doing this anymore.
That's
But
possible.
he has definitely dealt with that because, dude, like, look at Primus fans. If you watch, like, if you
Yeah.
listen to Primus, you're fucked. I'm fucked. You guys are fucked. We're all fucked. But, like, there are some people who listen to Primus who must be really fucked. But at the same time, like, I don't know, guys. You know how it is. Like, at a certain point, you're in live music. You know your audience. You know what can happen. You know what can happen in a lower level circuit, let alone an upper level circuit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
already have security guards by you. There's 5 people outside in the freezing cold. Hey, man, wave at us. Sign an
Yeah.
autograph.
Yeah.
Tell that, if the drunk chick bothers you at all, she
Yeah.
was nice. If the drunk
that's
chick
why I
bothers
like-
you, tell her to go away. Like, get the security guards to do that.
That's why I like
come on, man.
small rock bands. You know, I like a lot of newer, smaller rock bands. Like I got into like Nothing More and Gemini Syndrome and 10 Years. Those guys, like, I like them because they're like friends. Like, I've hung out with them all on several occasions, which is really, really rad. And like, especially 10 Years, I've gotten along so well with those guys, and I've hung out with them so much. Gemini Syndrome I hung out with. Nothing More I hung out with their guitar player, which is cool, at the Sinclair. And, there's something in, I feel like some guys like Les, they hit that deity level where it becomes impossible, It's one of those things where they're just like, someone's tried to rape me, bro. Like, I'm not dealing with this. Because think about our wild stories, and now imagine his.
We've had some fucking stories.
But
I don't know about you. I mean, I've heard your stories. We've also had those stories.
But imagine Les Claypool's.
Yeah.
No,
it is fair to consider that. No, it is. I think the thing that just hurts is just because it's Tyler. It's like if it was any other asshole, I wouldn't give a shit. But it's because it was Tyler. I'm like, oh man.
And
sucks.
you know what? And the guys with the family photos, like.
Nah, fuck them too. I don't give a shit. I just want Tyler to get his pick.
Appreciate that.
Well, let me tell you what. Let me go get a beer and let's funk out.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say because guess who has never hold on, I'm not very good at this. Guess who has never hung out with us? The band that released the album of the week.
All right, cool.
I got a
well,
beer.
Let's go grab. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink too.
I'm gonna go
reconvene in a
pee.
moment. Cool.
All right.
All right, and we're back. So, album of the week.
Album
Trevor.
of the week.
Bip, bip, bip.
Trevor, take it away.
All right, boyos. This is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is Kool and the Gang. Kool being the leader of this gang.
Oh.
Wild
Okay.
and peaceful. And man, is this album wild and peaceful.
It is. It really is.
So, a little bit of background. Kool and the Gang was a jazz group through the 60s, and they found a love for a man named George Clinton, who has a band called Funkadelics that couldn't get off the ground, so he started another band called Parliament, which blew the fuck up, which helped Funkadelic blow up, which helped George Clinton blow up. George Carlin is also blowing up.
George Carlin
Yeah.
fucking blew up after those albums came out.
Absolutely, bro. Funk just paved the way for George Carlin. No, but yeah, Kool and the Gang loved funk, and those guys kind of hopped on board the scene. But unlike most funk artists who were just kind of like B-word musicians, just people who are super talented, kind of, Parliament has over 30 members in it. It's just people that have come and gone. George Clinton being like the only guy who stays. But these guys rip. They rip hard. In fact, it's led to them having number one hits. Like, number one hits. Like, that's not on this album. In fact, they led more into funk, and so they did the song like Celebrate Good Times. Come on.
oh,
like,
that's them? Okay.
They do
Wow.
that. They do Get Down on It. I'll sing. Get Down on It. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do all that, and so, but this is one of their earlier albums with the worldwide famous Jungle Boogie, which is a sweet
I've definitely
track.
heard at least 6 songs on this album, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a big funk guy. I've definitely heard this shit.
So the only 2 songs that, like, when I first, this album actually, I've only heard it for about 3 years too, maybe 2 or 3. But the
That's
only
a short time for an all-time favorite album.
I
my
love
guy.
this album because I love the funk style. Like, P-Funk is great. Don't get me wrong. I love Clinton.
What's P-Funk, and how does it compare to this?
Anything Parliament. Like, it's just P-Funk.
Parliament
Oh.
Funkadelic, man.
Yeah.
That's really what the P and P-Funk is, just Parliament?
Dude,
Yeah.
of course that's what it means.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I grew up on blast beats and fucking heroin guys. Like, P-Funk, like,
Hey,
fucking,
man, maybe you need to be more wild and more peaceful.
There you go.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to drink a lot. I'm trying to smoke a lot. Peaceful, wild. Which one do I want, bro? No, yeah, these guys rip pretty hard. The other song I knew off this was Hollywood Swingin',
Okay.
which were the only 2 tracks I knew. So when I first dug into this, you got your funky stuff, you got your more funky stuff, which is sweet. At first, so they lay on that chord for a long time, and I was like, okay, like, I'm grooving, and then they start building these layers in, and that gets, if you start going back to that guitar, you're like, wow, it's like back here now. And I remember thinking like this was the front, and now it's like such cool shit. I love the 4th track, which is Heaven at Once.
My favorite song on the album.
Oh my god.
Really gorgeous.
I love that song.
We're scientists of sound.
We're scientists of sound, and we're leading to the light, you know? Like, because we need the light to find peace and unity. Peace for you. But I love the song because it's such a calming, peaceful way of saying the same message that, like, even everybody's trying to say. Like there's illusions out there. And I've always listened to it and going on it with such, like, violent tendencies. Like watch out for this evil. And, like, they're just kind of sitting there like, no, guys, we need to relax. Like, it's out there, but let's just chill out, you know? Like, it's okay. Like, everyone's going to be okay. And it's just so beautiful. And then that leads into the B-side, which is Hollywood Swingin'. So Hollywood Swingin' starts off with this, like, ceremonious, like, da, da, and you think it's going to be another, like, sweet song, and then the little chromatic run, and right back into funk. Yeah. My favorite track is This Is You, This Is Me.
Okay.
Dude,
that's a really good one too.
At the end, when they fucking crank the compressor, I think it's just the attack.
Oh my god!
And they start getting those cymbals to, like, almost reverse oscillate. That is so damn cool.
That part is literally what I want to talk about, because when I first heard that, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty sweet, and then I was like, wait, this is 1973. How did
it's
how
fucking
did they
compression
do this?
pumping,
and it's literally the drummer going from drumming, like jamming, to just riding on the hi-hat and slamming that kick.
And every time that kick is hit, the whole mix just goes.
And the bass though, but the bass too is a huge part of it. The do 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 do, like that do 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 do, and like you hear the kick, you like, oh my god, like it was like, how the fuck, like these guys and their producer, like they really nailed it on that little. I almost wish it would be too jam bandy, but I almost wish that last part was a little longer, because but it would draw the song out, I think, a little too much, because that song is a lot of the same kind of groove, but it's so funky.
It's solid.
It's so funky. And then the last track is pretty good. The little jazz, like it almost feels like a jazz tune. You know, it's got the melody, it's got a little solo section.
Yeah.
But it's as jam band as it is jazz. It's a jazz jam band. Yeah. You know?
It's kind of a weird way to end an album, because it's almost like some modern guys that I know of that will, like, they'll end albums with, like, what they feel like is their most out there tune, as opposed to, like, a closing up song.
Epic closer.
Yeah, it's more of like, this is just the one that's the most different or the most out there.
This is the one that you might not get to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I always feel like I feel like life is what you make it should be the ending, like right there. It's just like, all right, you know, like that's a good way.
I think that would be fair. Yeah, honestly.
Think about, like, Monty Python. Life of Brian ends with always look on the bright side of life, and it's like, oh, this would be a great way to just end up a fun, funky album, and then they just add that little bit of, all right, here's our musicianship.
Yep.
So Craig, you said you didn't think you were gonna like it.
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Let's hear about this. Yeah.
So pretty much, growing up, my mom's like a big fan of a lot of the funk and the jazz and the fusion. Some of the fusion.
Your mom is quite a jazzer. I will say, she has brought up some groups to me that I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah, you know, and it's like when I was going through this album, I had realized, like, I've definitely heard her playing this, you know, in the past. I don't know that it was necessarily like this album, or if it was like a compilation of, like,
but the songs and the style,
but like as I was going through, like I was saying, okay, I've definitely heard this. Oh, I've heard this. Well, I've heard this. Wait, I know this one too. And then it'd be like, I get to a one that I didn't know. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I come back in and it's like, okay, I still know where this is going, you know, kind of thing. And it was a cool little trip down memory lane of like I feel like Mom used to play more music more regularly. She doesn't really do that as much anymore. So it was kind of like those little things of just kind of spotting those moments. And I enjoyed it and I appreciated it, and it was like one of those things where not knowing where the record was going to go, so funky stuff through to Jungle Boogie, although great funk tunes, I was really worried that this is where I was going to be hanging out for the 39 minutes. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, dude, I don't know that I can do this for 40 minutes. Like, nothing, again, like, it's just one of those things where funk was never a thing that I was really, really into, but I was like, I need a palate cleanser. Like, I need something.
Also, that being said, the first two tracks are the same song. And it's literally remixed. It's just a remixed version of that song.
Gotcha.
And Jungle Boogie's the same tempo.
Speaking of those first two songs, if I might say, did either of you guys listen to this shit on headphones and realize there are 2 bass guitars on the first 2 songs?
I did not. No.
That was fucking tripping me out. That was nuts.
I thought that, and then I was like, no, I think that's like a reverb or something.
There are 2 bass guitars.
Huh.
100%.
Okay, hold up. Headphones. Bitch, you were listening to this on some like 5.0 Genelec surround system.
He did tell us to pump it up, bro. Like,
that's true. I did tell you to do it.
You did.
I had the sub on, bro. I was like, oh.
Oh, I'm sure.
Craig, continue your review before I say anything about my Genelecs.
So, Heaven at Once was like I already said, it's my favorite song on the album. It was exactly what I needed to separate those first 3 songs from the rest of the album. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was different. The solos were super gorgeous. The sax tone, whoever the fuck is doing that, like, just really, really smooth. And like, it's one of those things where like I really needed something like that to like make the rest of the album, where it was like I was mentally prepared for 5 through 8 to actually be more of the same after Heaven at Once was done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just more funk, like.
Just more funk, because I was just like, I just needed something, some little Division tune to like get me going again. But like, even after I picked back up, like you said, you thought that it was gonna keep going in that direction by Hollywood Swingin', and then it picks back up again. You're like, oh shit, okay, cool, we're rocking and rolling here. I agree. This Is You, This Is Me was definitely my second favorite tune on the album. That was a very close second. I think it was just the desperation for Heaven at Once is what puts it just a little over.
I see that, bro. You're kind of going through. You're like, come on, give me that heaven, like.
Yeah. Get a little bit of that, and it was great. Life Is What You Make It, another great song. I agree. That actually could have definitely been the last song on the album. But like, I'm sure, like, again, I don't know much about music business in 1973, but like, my guess is, they were probably thinking to themselves, like, whoever's going to hear this song or this record all the way through may not make it all the way to the end for one reason or the other. So, like, let's put the weird track at the end. You know what I mean? Like, which, in my opinion, the weird track should always go either right before the end or exactly in the middle. And it's funny to me that they chose the end. Like, I thought that was kind of rad, and it worked out really nice. The record production was great. Everything sounded amazing.
That was my thing. It sounds so good.
It's got.
I don't know about that.
What? Really? Okay.
Really?
Well, I mean, Craig, is it time for me to cut in here?
Let me just say,
Please.
The way that I had heard it, and again, it's probably one of those things of just like I'm using nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like, nostalgia is absolutely pushing what I'm probably enjoying about the sound. Is it has this thing to it that's it's not quite sterile, but it's not quite not sterile at the same time. Where like
it sounds like there was some production work done.
No, there's absolutely production.
I don't know about that.
Okay, all right. Then I guess it's 100% nostalgia at that point, because like I was just kind of enjoying what was going on, and like I think the way that Trevor had explained about like the guitar part that had initially started off as like being the thing and is now suddenly like way in the fucking back. it's because nobody gives a shit about funk guitar. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we want drums, bass. Yeah, like, we don't need you. Like, it's the same thing with the reggae guitar. Like, when the fuck has anybody said, like, yo, we should probably turn up the guitars on this reggae track? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, who cares? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I want more bass guitar. I want more drums, and I want plenty of voice, you know? And that's kind of the vibe, and I fuck with it. And I like that there's a kind of, like, tube distortion to a lot of it, where shit just farts out, and you just have to accept that that's how it is. Just here you go. You know?
I mean, dude, that is very much why I would say that the production, quote unquote, like, yes, it is very clear what is happening.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was all intentional.
Probably not. Probably
I
not.
mean, a lot of this stuff was just like, let's see what the fuck happens when we put two bass guitars, pan to hard left, hard right, and then like both play the same root 1/8 note apart. Because okay, so here's the thing with this record. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And this record hit me at a time where, like, I've been honestly a little bit disparaged with my instrumental existence, because the last time that I really picked up the bass was to record my own tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that, like, hey, what the heck, I put down good bass lines for me and a couple of my friends at U of T, whatever.
Yeah.
But I actually transcribed, and by transcribed I don't mean literally, but like learned Jungle Boogie and Heaven at Once. Nice. And I thought they were so cool.
Yeah.
And haven't pulled anything off a record. Dude, it was so fun because like Jungle Boogie came on. It was so sick.
That bass
I
is
loved
slamming, dude. I always imagine that guy. I don't know who tracked it, but I always imagine him like those first like few notes. He's just slamming as hard as he can.
In one of those old tube amps, just like giving it everything it has.
Either with like an old P bass or a Rickenbach, you know, just old.
Oh, dude, it was a P
shit.
bass. I guarantee you. It was. It just. It felt so good as a bass player that I heard this and was like, you know what? There aren't too many notes. I need to fucking learn this right now. Mm-hmm. And I sat down and I learned it, and it was awesome. I had a great time playing with it. I thought it was fun as heck. And see, because I tried to transcribe some of this stuff, starting at the very beginning, that's when I realized, like, wait, why can't I find the root? It was because when I put on headphones, yeah, man, there were two bass guitars. And, like, one will play a, you know, I think it was in G.
Now, you said it was
They'll
only
play
on
a G.
Only on the first two tracks?
Sorry?
Is this only on the first two tracks?
It is literally only on the first two tracks. After that, it's one bass, and I know that for sure. But the first two tracks, they're like... I remember this, like, boom, and then this, like, boom. I was like, wait, what? How? Oh, there's two of them. You know, that's insane. Yeah, I thought that was sick. Jungle Boogie was obviously sick. The production on this, while I don't think it was particularly intentional, I think it was very much like, I don't want to say this was garage rocky, but I feel like this was recorded the same way as garage rock. It was a bunch of guys in a low-budget studio, which, again, in the 70s was still... it was a level of accreditation. I mean, you couldn't get into a studio easily back then. Mm-hmm. But they got into the room, they did their thing, and it was fucking sick. They didn't sit there and, you know, think about how are we going to... It wasn't a studio project. It was before studio projects existed. Uh-huh. And it wasn't possible. I mean, I think a lot of this was very much like when, you know, we've all talked about it. This is you, this is me. When we get that, like, the pumping kind of EDM drum beat, that is literally, and I know this because I fucked up using an 1176 for a long-ass time, you turn the fucking knob one way, and it kind of pumps like that. You know, it's like, oh, shit. Low-end energy, kick drum, bass drum, boom, boom, yeah. And that was so cool.
And they overcompress those hi-hats, too. You get that...
Oh, dude, the sizzle. Yeah. The trash can sizzle.
Oh, and
you can always hear
there's like 4 beats where he's like, and it goes right back into it. Oh, my God. Like, it is just the most slamming drums. Like, oh, and then the bass. Do-do-do, do-do-do, like the little...
Yep.
Do-do-do, do-do-do. Oh.
I mean, one thing I realized, though, in terms of, like, Trevor, this might resonate with you. In terms of an arranger, this blew me away because with funk, I think of I reference a lot
horn
of
section,
contemporary
bro.
funk.
The whole
Well, dude,
full
exactly.
section. And
every detail
the
was
counterpoint,
in the horns.
like, you know, that's where guys like the modern funkers, like Corey Wong and Wolf, and not so much Wolf, but Corey Wong specifically, because all his solo shit. Correct. Corey Wong is the guitarist in Wolfpack.
Oh no,
Yeah.
The Wong
The Wong
tones,
tone.
you know, my guy.
I'm gonna shoot myself. But yeah, go on.
I just
You're
wanna
not
make
a
sure.
Wong tone aficionado?
I've seen Corey Wong. I've seen him live. It's really good. It was really
Did you see
good.
Corey Wong with
I'm
Joe
sure
Dart?
He's amazing. I just hate
With Joe
everybody
Dart?
that
No.
likes him.
I wish. Joe Dart has some of the fattest, nicest bass tone I've ever heard in my life.
Joe
Dude,
Shart.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh my god, dude, he's so good. He picks
Joe
so
Dart?
hard with his fingers. He just this all day.
Dude, there was a show where where Joe Dart played in the Wong tones. No, wait. I forget if it was Theo Katzman or the Wong tones.
Probably
but
Theo.
Maybe it was Theo. Then with Theo's gig, Theo had Corey and Joe on the gig. And I missed the show. It was at Brighton Music Hall, and I didn't see it. I'm still kicking myself.
So me and Parisha saw Corey Wong at what's the place in Alston?
The Bank of America Pavilion.
That's not Alston. I don't remember that place. Whatever that place was, right there on the corner of Harvard and.
Chipotle.
Yes, that was that was Brighton Music Hall.
Brighton Music
Hall.
Hall.
Same place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Brighton Music Hall.
I do
that was
too.
a great place to see shows.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
My friend opened for someone really big there. My roommate played in a band, and they opened for.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, shit.
Lollapalooza 2022, baby. Limp Bizkit, my guy.
It'll
The
come
Return
to
of the Great.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna say I'm not going to Lollapalooza, but I will be standing outside while they're playing, and I'll be able to hear it. I won't see them, but I'll be able to hear it. I'm not kidding.
That's really all that matters, bro. You don't want to walk through all that shit and find your seat and have to deal with the guy that's like, where are you sitting? You're like,
Well,
oh.
actually, you want to know the truth, talking about like walking through that shit and dealing with that guy and whatnot. I actually landed tickets to Sunday for Riot Fest. So 9 Inch Nails, Pixies, Mr. Bungle, like
Devo.
It's gonna be a day. It's gonna be a great day.
That is really sick, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a crazy but amazing lineup.
It's insane. I'm so stoked. But yes, sorry, I had to throw that in there. I'm so excited for that show.
I'm just excited to be talking about live concerts.
I
again.
know!
Holy shit. Like, wow. Trevor, keep going, man.
I'm trying to remember the name of the band that
Oh, G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies. That's who they opened for.
I don't know.
Trevor is
But it was
Googling.
It was a good band. And but Corey Wong played at Bright Music Hall, and he had the full horn section. And the drummer's from Serbia, and Parisha's from Serbia, and we ended up meeting these other Serbian guys that knew him, and somehow, anyway, I ended up hanging out with the drummer.
That's awesome.
That's so sick.
And then I met Corey Wong. He's really short. He's shorter than me.
That is pretty short.
Trevor, you're not that short, my guy.
I'm average. I'm 5'7", and 5'7" is the average male height in the United States.
Nah,
You say, yeah, bro.
You
You
are
just
or are
tall.
not shorter than William?
I'm taller than William.
By how much?
I think he's like an inch shorter than me, but like 3 inches
Okay.
wider than me in the
Okay.
shoulder.
Okay.
It's all about the circumference.
You know?
I'm convinced that if William was in a fight, he'd actually probably do pretty well.
Well, he's a big guy.
I
That's what I
agree.
mean.
Yeah.
Like, if he was
Yeah.
my height, he would weigh 30 pounds more than me.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Uh-huh.
he's just that much bigger than me. I'm a
Yeah.
small guy. Even if I was to bulk out and work out and eat a whole bunch of food, I would still not be that big. Cause I'm just not.
Yeah.
My ribs are. Think about people's rib cages. You know how wide they'll get are small. Mine are small.
You're
Small
thinking
organs.
about things the wrong way. You need to go to your local, I don't know, fucking. Let's think about this.
Planet Fitness.
No.
What?
Your local Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
And you need to get big, my guy.
Oh, time to swole up on gay hating French fries. Like, let's go.
So I never understood that. So like, if I eat
Trevor,
Chick-fil-A, if I eat Chick-fil-A, does that make me hate gays?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm funding the program that funds the anti-gay stuff.
That wasn't my intent. I
it's
was
the
just
truth.
saying because they have fried food.
Well, I was also going to say you love Chick-fil-A too, so that makes you an anti-gayer, right?
I don't. Okay, here's the thing.
I don't. What do you mean? I watched you scarf that shit down, bro.
Chick-fil-A. Okay, I do love Chick-fil-A. Thank you for appreciating my scarfing of the #1 combo with extra Chick-fil-A sauce.
Bro,
But
they sell Chick-fil-A sauce like everywhere now. You can go to Walmart. And buy it.
they don't fucking do that in Canada.
Bro,
I
get
looked
the
it up on
fuck
internet.
out of Canada.
You
What's
don't go
wrong
to
with
a
you,
real
dude?
country.
Get to a real country that sells Chick-fil-A sauce
These
at Walmart.
people are nice. I
Find
like
a supermarket with the anti-gay sauce, all right? Come on, just fucking go.
Yeah, bro. If you eat it, maybe you'd become a little less gay. Like, come on.
But my supermarket makes me so not less gay, and I love that.
I don't see them selling Chick-fil-A sauce or Whataburger ketchup, spicy ketchup, bro.
I
don't
know. I don't know.
Don't.
Don't know.
Don't.
Craig, I understand, but Tyler, Whataburger,
What?
my dude, they have their own
Why?
ketchup.
Why am I the Whataburger guy?
Because you haven't had it. What's wrong with you, bro? I watched Will
I've
take
never
one.
had fucking Whataburger.
No, I don't think he's ever been to a Whataburger, man.
Yeah, okay. I went to a Whataburger one time in shit. What's that place between the place where the people on HGTV live?
What the fuck is HGTV?
Wow, no one
Wait,
said anything there.
Wait a minute. HGTV is a channel, so there are several shows. Which show particular? I watch HGTV with my
I
mom.
don't.
So
What
do
is-
I.
What is it?
I'm talking
Home
about
Improvement, bro. You like?
No, dude. Well,
that's-
okay,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm trying to inform Craig.
Okay.
It's the Home and Garden Television Network.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
But it's the what how where are the guys in Fixer Upper? That friendly Southern couple. They're in that town in Texas
Oh.
where Dr. Pepper's from.
Yeah.
If I look at it on a map, I'll know what it's called. Waco. It's Waco,
Oh,
Texas.
okay.
No, dude. Okay. The only thing that's in Waco are three things. One is Baylor, the college. 2, there's a zoo. 3, there was that cult that like got shot
Yep.
up and they all had to kill themselves. That's
How
all
is that 3? How is that your number 3? That should be your number 1. Like,
No, bro, because when I'm telling it to someone who doesn't know that, that's like the biggest shocker, and they go, "Oh my
Oh,
god,
really?
yeah, bro." Because I'll tell other people, and they go like, "Wait, that happened?" I'm like, "You go to Baylor. How did you not know that this is the place of
Wow.
a super shooting?" And they go, "This is where we need our private Christian school."
That's crazy.
Did you know at Baylor, if you're
Okay.
a woman, all right, there's a couple of things that are fact. Like I'm
Okay.
not making this shit up. If you're a girl
Uh-huh.
and you are pregnant, like you're found out to be pregnant and you're not married, you get kicked out of school.
What?
If you are caught having sex and you're not married, you're kicked out of school.
Ah!
Ejected from the school. All of their dorms, none of them are co-ed. There are separate buildings
Wow.
where the boys sleep and the little girls sleep.
All right. Now, side question, not even side story to this. When did the whole do you call that impotency, right? Or-
That means you can't have children anymore.
okay.
Insurrection.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did that and like the Catholic Church or the Christian Church, whatever, start becoming the same thing?
Always.
Like, always?
So you know a nun? You know what a nun is?
Yeah.
So to
Yeah.
become a nun, the process that makes you a nun is known as a wedding, and it's that you are marrying Jesus.
Jesus. Okay.
And so
Okay.
all of these nuns are married to Jesus. So Jesus has
Okay.
a lot of wives, bro. It's very very not Christian of him.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna throw Jesus under the bus like that, and I don't even think he's real. But I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. I think that's made up. That's some made up shit. Jesus is like, I don't want all these hoes. Like, fuck this shit. He's like, nah.
Yeah, bro.
This
Is like some one of the shit where like what's it called? Where like he doesn't have a choice. It's like a arranged
rape?
marriage.
Oh,
A rape.
okay.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yes, a rape.
I mean-
Jesus is being raped by
I
many
mean-
hundreds of
What?
thousands of women.
I'm just saying.
No.
What?
No, because it's a
I'm
wedding.
just saying. If I met
Hey.
Jesus today, I think he'd probably be a pretty swell guy.
Well, that's the thing. Jesus he'd be a swell guy.
I think
exactly.
he'd be a swell guy. But
know the
I
way
know
we-
that if I met 90% of the
Family
people
Guy
that went to
says otherwise, bro. Family Guy. They have a whole.
fuck Family
They
Guy.
have
I'm not
a-
gonna get into that.
They have a whole episode where Jesus is like, because he like hangs out. He's like a character. in
Nah.
Trevor,
And-
I think you need a Bible.
Okay.
No,
Who-
I have.
Okay.
I have a
Pick your
couple.
pick your Jesus. South Park Jesus or Family Guy Jesus?
Oh, South Park Jesus.
That's
way
what I
better.
mean. He's the
way
far
better.
superior Jesus.
But
All right, I kind of like. Okay, I don't have a lot of exposure to South Park Jesus, but I like Family Guy Jesus.
I do
Trust
like
me,
Family
South
Guy
Park
Jesus.
Jesus is way cooler.
But
Okay.
there's the one.
He's
thing,
got a six pack
The one thing
Oh,
about the
shit.
Family Guy Jesus that's hilarious, is,
Of beer or abdominal?
abdominal muscles. Yes.
dude.
Because
they're-
I don't know which is cooler, you know?
Dude, the South Park Jesus, they're like, "Don't you have powers?" He's like, "Only in death." He's like, "That's it, Kyle. You have to kill me."
You have
Yeah.
to kill him.
The Family Guy Jesus, he goes around and he tells Peter like, "Yeah, man, it sucks because like I'm a virgin."
And then he's lying, right?
Yeah, and
wants
he
to get with
lies
Lois.
to
yeah,
get
he's
some
a fucking.
poon, bro.
That's what I mean.
But Jesus can't lie in real life.
I like I think I like South Park more than Family Guy.
Oh, by far.
I mean, honestly, guys, I'm kind of the other way.
You know what, Tyler? I don't think you've seen enough South Park because I have
That's-
seen.
I will admit I haven't. I
That's-
really have
Now
not.
here's
That's
something I will
100%
admit.
why.
I have seen every single episode of Family Guy. From start to finish. I have watched all of them. And I love Family Guy. And then I watch South Park. And I think South Park is better.
Yep.
I think better. And you know what I think South Park also does? And I've told my mom this. I think South Park has taught me more lessons in life. I think I know. You know how like every now and then I'll pull out the trivia that's like, how the fuck did he know that? It's from South Park. Like they'll just teach you some shit and I'll be like, damn, that's. I know a lot more about Scientology now than I needed to.
Yep.
I before E after C? Fuck yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
that-
like, that's the thing you got to consider. Like, with all these shows, like, you know how they talk about like the glory years. So like any hardcore Simpsons fan knows, seasons 1 to 5 are gold, or 1 to 4 are gold. Then
Yeah.
from 5 to 6 it kind of deteriorates, and then after like 7 it's not worth watching anymore. And then the same thing with Family Guy. Like 1 to 4, maybe 5 are golden. Then the next 3 are okay, and then the rest is shit. South Park has one solid streak of just being a great show.
even the
from start to
seasons,
end.
even the seasons that like these recent seasons that people were like about,
They're
they're still hilarious. Like
Yeah.
people will be like, I don't like necessarily that they went story driven, but it's
Yeah.
still funny.
But it still works. Exactly.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
There's the whole. I remember one of the jokes they did. It was like, it was with the whole troll.
Oh yeah,
Troll
yeah.
thing.
With the Swiss trolls.
Yes,
or
and-
the Swedish people.
And Randy is trapped in the fucking. He's trapped in the thing, and like one of the Swedish guys had betrayed the bad guy, and he's like, I can tell you the code to get out. He's been trying to guess it like for like hours. He's like, what's the code? He's like, it's 1. Yeah, that's it. It's 1. Like, and as all he had to do is push 1. Like, and like, oh my god, bro, these fucking. Oh, that whole season was fucking great, dude.
It was wild.
Oh,
it was
man.
really. It was different
And,
for
and
South
which
Park.
season was this?
I don't know,
Season
18, 17?
18. It was 18.
Um,
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, bro. And you know, one time, there was an era at the B Word where all of my friend groups, all of us were every week watching the new South Park, like on live
same
TV.
Actually. Same with us, actually.
And they did the one where they showed the girl like tweeting out like, I can't do this anymore, and then like the camera pans and you just hear a splash in the river and you're like, oh my god, like did she just kill herself? Like there's no way they did it. And then cuts to the school with police everywhere and everyone's crying and you're like, oh my god. Like we were all like, oh my god, they did it. Like they had a girl kill herself and they're like, did you hear? Like, yeah, she quit Twitter. And it's like, oh my god, like these fucking assholes. Like, and it just cuts to her walking around in school. She just doesn't have a phone.
Just without a phone.
She just threw her phone in the water. Like, that was it. Like, oh man, and they made such a big deal. They're like, everybody tweet out to her.
Yeah.
Let her know how great she was. Okay? Like, but man, like, that was season.
That was
19.
I want to
say right.
No. That was earlier. That was before the
Trolls?
presidential race one. So that would have been
that was
about
during
16.
it.
That was during it?
I think so, because that was when they were trying to go to Mars. Because that's when Cartman starts dating her.
Oh, that is the same then. Yeah, that would have been 18.
How the fuck long has South Park been on?
21 seasons?
21 seasons.
And you guys are able to differentiate between season 18 and season 15?
Absolutely.
That is fucking dedication.
Dedication. It's just watching it and paying attention. Dude. Some shows are good, some shows are bad. You know?
Yeah. And then some shows are god tier, and that's kind of where it like.
Now South Park is god tier
shows,
because seasons like 1 through 15, every single episode is like its own single. Like it's its own best season episode. Like they're all so good. It's not like there's one and then a couple okay, then bad. No, they're all just bam, 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 bam. Just
it's like when we listen to that White Stripes album for the album of the week. It's just a fucking banger.
It's actually
every
no.
track.
Yeah,
you're 100% correct. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's like Matt and Trey and Jack White.
Mm-hmm.
They could create something together, and it would be tremendous, like without a doubt.
I've got a good little piece of trivia to close us out on, and it's that.
All right, let's hear it.
I think it's Trey.
All right.
Trey Parker, right?
Parker. Yep. Matt Stone and Trey Parker
went to the B word.
No.
What?
No.
How did everyone, including fucking Eric Andre, go there?
I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I think that's true. In fact.
Wait, that's a very suspect phrase. I swear I think it's true.
I swear
I'm sure you're
like
about to be
30% true.
This goes back to how Trevor and I tell truths.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I have thought about that. I was like, yeah, shit. Yeah, that's me. Fuck.
It's all right.
I'm a stubborn sack of shit.
Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. See, I love that he's doing this now, so I don't have to do it in post
Raised
later.
in
actually...
conifer. Oh wait, it's gone.
Oh.
Don't you dare. All right. Raised in Conifer, Colorado, the son of geologist father and an insurance salesman mother, Parker, that's in Trey Parker, spent a semester at Berklee College of Music before meeting Stone at University of Colorado, where the latter, from suburban Littleton, was a math major. Both shared a uniquely provocative and anti-authoritarian humor, which they quickly applied to their first movie, Cannibal the Musical.
Oh my god.
But
that's
there you go.
Absolutely amazing.
So, in case you didn't know this, that all that time we spent at the B word, a god walked amongst us.
We could have spent an eighth the time there and gotten the same results.
I think about that a lot.
Trey Parker.
Wow. That's... Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go kill ourselves, so it's been nice. I'd say see you next week, but
we're just gonna die.
I don't really see that happening. So just know that Jesus is pretty rad in South Park. That Trevor's still a liar. Trevor's a liar, but he told the truth. So he had to end on a high part. He had to say like, I did one truth. and then he kills himself.
I've got like another year of lies now.
Damn. Okay. Lion Beyond the Grave. There we go. But thank you all very much for watching, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.